Welcome to MyWebUniversity.com and my YouTube channel at MyWebUniversity. Today's presentation, I'll be providing you how to use my Python program to generate hundreds of thousands of HTML and PDF files, at least 50,000 PDF files. Then I'm going to be showing you that one. So it is 100% free, no login is needed, no cost. This is the Linux manual pages as free PDF. And the URL that you're visiting is mywebuniversity.com at CGI-bin, and my man2 pdf.cgi is the Perl Python program, the Python program in this case. I'll show you all of that one. In order to just know why I wrote this one, I'll go in the presentation and I'll explain it. So this program generates python.pdf when you say command is equal Python. The query string that you pass on, command cmd is equal Python, it will generate for you python.pdf on the fly, very fast. Python.pdf is getting created, and the size is about 42K. And then if you pass the command argument as Java plus npm node package manager plus npx node package indexer and plus node, the plus is actually a space because the query string recognizes the space as plus. So on the interface that I provide you, I'll show you how you type it in. It's so fast, so easy, and you will generate, for example, in this case, 4 PDF files that are there. And then inside each PDF, the command, the URLs that are referenced, if it has some URLs with HTTPS, then that means you can do code reusability, search it by Ctrl+F, and then search for the URLs with HTTPS string. And then once you find it, then obviously you will go to the internet for that source. For example, if you search inside python.pdf for pressing Ctrl+F and type in HTTPS on the search, you will see that HTTPS with python.org website, docs.python, pypy.org, and so on. All of them are there. Similarly for Java, oracle.java.sun.com. All of those ones are inside, you can search for it. npm node package manager, you can search for node.js and node.js.org and so on. I'll show you all of that one. So when you do a search, everything is free. You get a Ctrl+F search, so you can see inside for strings. And then the actual program is the path is mywebuniversity.com/cgi-bin man2pdf.cgi. And if you pass in the argument with exclamation mark cmd is equal Python, you will search Python. If you put Java, it will put such. If you type in pwd, ps3, bash, any command that you know, you could search for it, and it's going to return the query string with output of PDF format. And this is presented to you by mywebuniversity.com, my website, and also my YouTube channel, as well as my YouTube channel in Farsi. So why am I doing this one? And this is free Linux manual pages, but this one you basically have searchable PDF. It's inside the searchable PDF with live internet URL. You have access. And the world's most comprehensive free IT and DevOps library I have. 50,000 PDF, 50,000 HTML. All these technical documentation are at your fingertips. 2,600 videos on both channels at MyWebUniversity and at MyWebUniversity-Delhi. Every Linux command is searchable. And the command is a text on the Linux server, but you will see it on my browser at MyWebUniversity on your browser, and you can access it as run the commands, even practice it online on my chapter 2, 3, 4, and 5. Programming languages are there, tools and at your fingertips. Everything you can find it at mywebuniversity.com. So this one is basically MyWebUniversity. I'm the founder, I'm the CEO, I'm the Chief Technology Officer. It's one man working on my weekends, holidays, and vacations for the past 20 some years, 25 years. Since 2000, I built MyWebUniversity.com. I have been building it on these weekends, on holidays and vacations at my time. And then I work full-time, but I do these ones on the part-time basis when I get time on the weekends and holidays. So it is very good resources for students, developers, researchers, scientists, and that you don't have to buy expensive books or go to expensive college courses or expensive boot camps. So everything is free. You can have online PDF technical documentation for free from open sources. It's on the Linux platform. It's running on Linux Ubuntu with Apache web servers. I'm doing a lot of DevOps, sysadmin, system analysis, and then a lot of data science, AI stuff, everything with Python, Java, node.js, Go language, everything. C, C++, R programming, Bash scripting, Perl scripting, a lot of them. Node.js, React, you name it, I have used it here. And that's why you're going to enjoy it. The problem we saw, what problem we have, a student developer shouldn't need to pay expensive books or paywall courses to master the technologies. They're just hitting a wall with the expensive, like on your wallet. Expensive textbook. Computer science textbooks cost between 50 to 100 to 150. Now it's between like 150 to 300. The students working full-time cannot afford it anymore. This was my struggle for both my Bachelor of Science and Master of Science. I remember I was working for my Bachelor of Science and Master of Science, and I was attending, working Southern California Gas Company as a software engineer, consultant, DBA, everything that I did. On top of it, I would go from Los Angeles, drive all the way to Wilshire Boulevard in Los Angeles Westwood area to do consultation on Sybase and Formix, Linux, and so on. But all of that one was just a struggle because I couldn't afford to pay expensive tuition, expensive college books, and buy books. Paywall boot camps, coding boot camps charges nowadays between 10,000 to 20,000. Some certificate programs that you take it in 6 months. But my courses are like, I have done this at my university for the past 4 or 3 years. It is really, really informative college level or sometimes higher level because I have more than 36 years of prestige working at prestige companies. So I have that experience, and I have 2 degrees, Bachelor of Science and Master of Science in Computer Science, as well as a full-time position and part-time teaching credential for a lot of universities in the United States. Quality education shouldn't be locked behind a credit card. And that's true for all of us, right? But unfortunately, sometimes they are expensive. Scattered documentation. When you're looking for documentation, basically, official man pages is for Ubuntu is one place, Red Hat is another place. All of these documentation, Rocky is another one, PowerShell is for Windows, it's manual pages for Linux, and commandless PowerShell for PowerShell, and then Windows Help. Everything is scattered all to multiple dozens of websites. So it's hard to find, it's harder to search. And then the language barriers, not that everything is on the second language. Mostly if it is provided in English, that's the only area that you have. Especially you might find something in Hindi language or German or Spanish. Those are a little bit more easier to find than Dari or Farsi. Unfortunately, the Dari version in Farsi, there are not that much developers or programmers that they're providing. And especially when I was studying in Afghanistan, Kabul, Afghanistan, I know how hard it is for people to even have a computer or just internet access. And then, so people cannot afford these expensive books, the expensive internet access and all of that one. In order to just have free books online, that's kind of a treasure that someone could envy for or be inspired to have. So I'm making this at my MyWebUniversity-E channel with 500 videos that I have already made with a lot of technical documentation, both in English available, so they can understand it here. So what is the solution? The solution here, I'm providing a man to PDF or one URL, any Linux command instance PDF generated live from Ubuntu 24.04 and now from 26.04 long-term support. This is basically the URL that I'm producing you, the man to PDF with all the commands that you pass on as argument. This is your choice, whether you type in for Python, for PS3, for PWD, printf, or Java, or not NPM, or Go language, or Ruby, or Perl. You just type in the commands, and then I just produce you the PDF for this list of commands. In this case, I'm producing a Python.pdf, Java.pdf, NPM .pdf, all of them instantly for a few seconds, less than a few seconds, instantly for free. Everything is for free because they're open source. You don't need Linux machine, you don't need Docker, you don't need VMware, you don't need Amazon Web Services. All you need is this website that I have paid for it, and I'm hosting it. And I pay for the internet, I pay for the storage, I pay for everything. And I wrote the programs myself, everything, and I produce you everything for free. These are also open source technical documentation, so it is free to share. You can download them, you can use them, you can read them, you can even modify them and then just pass it on to another person, making sure the general public license for free open source is maintained. That's on every technical documentation here, I'm doing that one. So you should do the same thing. Instant PDF generation. For every command that you type in, I just generate that PDF file. Type any command, you get a beautiful formatted PDF of its full man pages in seconds. No login is needed, no sign up, and no cost. So you don't need a Linux machine on your computer. All you need is a browser, internet access, and the desire to learn. Everything else I provide you for free. And then you can search inside this PDF by pressing Ctrl+F, search inside for PDF. Python is both functional programming and object-oriented programming. The object-oriented programming, there's aspect of code reusability. So I said, well, if the URL, the PDF has HTTPS that takes me to python.org or to java.sun.com or to oracle.org.com or maybe to, let's say, node.js.org or rubylang.org or golang.org, any of those ones, or pearl.com or let's say ruby.com or rubylang.com, any of them, and then you can automatically do Ctrl+F and then search for HTTPS. And that functionality is going to help you. For 50,000 PDF that I can generate you, you can get more than 100,000 and millions of other technical HTML and PDF for the sources that are done by the companies, for example, python.org, for all the Python websites and documentation. And then similarly for Node.js, and similarly for Java, similarly for Ruby, similarly for Perl. So everything is searchable for you, and I'll show you that one. Live internet URL embodied. So as soon as you search on this one, the live internet, you have connected through MyWebUniversity secure page. Automatically, I generate you this technical documentation for everything that you want. And at the same time, from this Ctrl+F, now you could go to python.org, node.js.org, oracle.java.com, ruby-language.org, or Golang, Perl.org, and all of them are clickable. So that means if you are searching, for example, for go-build or go-run, and the HTTPS has the website reference as golang.org, then now you are seeing the Go language. Similarly for python.org, similarly for node.js.org, and similarly for ruby.org. So all of them are searchable. And you are a main kind of developers that doing everything for free. Student, you don't have to buy books anymore. You could just come in and learn everything the way I learned it, the hard way, and I learned it very well, and I understand it. A lot of these codes I know in and out of it, whether it's Java, Python, C, C++, or NPM, or Node.js, or anything. JavaScript, I have done a lot of work on, including teaching it. Multi-language command in one URL. So if you type in like question mark command is equal Python, Java, NPM, Node.js, these are all generated at the same time. And these can be comma separated or space separated, both of them works. So you can also do by section, like for example, the printf section has the printf command section 1 is printf for system, and then printf section 3 is for C libraries like standard IO, and then gets and printf and so on. And then at the same time, you can also get section 8, which is the system admin level kind of, for example, mount, umount, unmount, mount all of that one are under section 8. So you could do S+8 and you will see the mount command for section 8. And if you do S+2, you will get the mount command on section 2. Here, S+3 would give you the C library for printf statement. So all those percentage S, percentage D, and everything is explained inside here. At the same time, if you do S+1, that's the default, like you type in man printf, it will do the same thing. And I also provide you a download button. So if you like it to just browse it on my site, you can do it. But the reason I provided that download page, because it's open source, it's free, and then you could just get it from my website for free. But just when you're not on the internet, you can use it offline from the internet, and maybe you're at the airplane, you could start reading and understand it. I don't know how many people are like me that they will constantly read documentation and understand it, but when you're a teacher or a student that are doing research, you need all these flags and arguments in every language that they do. There's hundreds, thousands of them. Nobody memorized every class, every attributes, and every objects that are referenced there. And then, this is the easy way from one language to the next language to just consult the PDF, the technical documentation. So that's what is important. And then also what is inside every PDF. Every PDF file you have open, I have highlighted them like a little bit boldface with name. So the name of the command, SYNOPSIS, description of the command, the options and flags, and some examples of the command, the files that are associated for that command. The See Also section also shows you what is a related command that you can learn. For example, if you learn for PWD, you could say print working directory. What is print working directory of a process? You do PWDX. And then what is PS3 process stream 3? That's a proc file system for running the PS3, and PMAP, PS3, all of them are related to the same kind of command. When you look for printf, for example, printf shows there, and then sprintf shows there, standard IO, some other ones. Like here, you see bash is there. Once you search for bash, you might see also ZSH for Z shell, Bourne shell, SH, and then corn shell, KSH, CSH, C shell, and true C shell, and SSH, CQ shell. So a lot of them are related on this one. Like here's said, is stream editorial. that is going to show you that, plus ED for editorial, VI for VIM, VI editorial, visual interpreter, VIM for VI approved. All of them are going to show. grep, for example, if you search for grep, most likely you get the set as another one to do editorial. And grep stands for Global Regular Expression Print. And then there's a egrep for Extended Global Regular Expression Print. Even with the grep, you have a -I uppercase E. You can ignore the case, and then uppercase E is like making this grep command kind of advanced level of extended grep kind of work, syntax, extended. So find command, ls, copy, move, rm, tar, these are all shell commands that you can practice and learn them. So some of the commands you can search for networking, you can search for secure shell, OpenSSL, SSL, curl. Curl and wget are very useful utilities. I will make a video for you next time on curl. There's a lot of codes that I can show you how to do curl on the command line, similar to a browser, and then I'll show you those ones, what are the best way to use to connect to get the headers and other ones. wget is also similar to curl. You can transfer files between on the computer without logging in, and you can get it from the server. IP command and fconfig are for IP configuration, and then ss is for socket connections, NC is news client mapping, nmap is for reading the port, so monitoring. rsync is for similar to r copy, but rsync is like doing massive directory structures, syncing with them, copying them, and then synchronizing them. So the first time you run, you might get some time, but the next time you run on the same stuff, it's much faster. Secure copy and secure file transfer protocol, they're both for similar to SSH. They all use port 22. System admin, we have a lot of system admin, and I have courses that I taught you already from 0 to hero, junior level, intermediate level, advanced level. Watch those videos. Cron jobs, PS, process and kill, top, DF, disk usage, amount, file system checker, make FS, make a file system, and fdisk, creating partition with using fdisk on the system. And then for programming, I list some of them here. You can find all of them through PDF, Python, Python 3, and then Java, GCC, GNU C collection compiler, G++, which is for C++, compiler, GNU debugger, and then ADB and MDB. I didn't list them here, but they are all for debugging. Perl and Ruby, node.js, Node, NPM, and then NPX. For the C library, which is man page section 3, you can get, like, for example, printf, scanf, malloc, fopen, socket, pthread, regex, and then signal. These are some of the ones that I listed here. Database and more, you can get MySQL, SQLite 3, PSQL, PostgreSQL, Pipe3, PEP, and then Go, Rust programming language, PHP, Lua, and TCL, and then GAwk. This is the GNU awk programming, and the new awk and GAwk and awk are good also. I showed you that. So on this one, I'm going to be talking about how to use it. 3 simple steps that you can use this program that I wrote. One is visit my website and the open URL, and visit https://www.mywebuniversity.com CGI-ben man2CGI. This is part of my chapter 12, the direct path to Linux Ubuntu. I wrote a book that's online, and part of my chapter 12, it shows you this man2pdf.cgi how to use it. Works on any browser, so it doesn't matter if you're using Safari, Chrome, Firefox, and Mozilla, Opera, any of them, it works on all of them. You just type in the URL, and then on any device, whether it's cell phone, laptop, desktop, portable devices, all of them, as long as you have internet access, you can use curl to access it. But it's good to use a browser. So anywhere in the world, no account is needed. No account is needed, no cost, everything's free. And then type your command. So in this case, man to PDF, and then you type in question mark after the CGI, say command is equal, CMD is equal Python. Then my program parse this Python as an argument that you pass on. Then I generate you python.pdf on the fly. If you want to search multiple commands at once, you type in CMD, Python, Java, npm, npx, and you will get the section for PDF for them. And with section CMD is equal section dash S +3, meaning that say, show me the C library for printf. If you say dash S1, that would be the system calls for man pages for printf. Cost, case insensitive. So whether you type in Python with the P uppercase or lowercase, or Java with lowercase uppercase, I just ignore it and I just search it and I find the command that you do, and it is going to work. So Python is uppercase and is equal to Python lowercase. It will generate it. Commas or spaces are also works with it. So this one is a plus, but actually the command on the interface is spaces. So when you type in, the query string is going to take the space and change it to a plus. Give your PDF. So you can look at it, open the view, the PDF in your browser by clicking on it, or you can click the download to save offline, so you can just practice it at, when you're not on the internet. And then you can type in Ctrl+F to search inside for the word HTTPS. HTTPS is good enough. You don't need to put :/, because this one will just return you all the URL that are referenced on the actual PDF documentation. So if you're searching, for example, for Python, then the URLs would be docs.python.org, pypy.org, and so on. All of that one is going to be available, python.com, downloads.python.org, and so on. And so to visit the official source site. Then once you're on the official source, there's hundreds of thousands of other technical documentation, modules and libraries that you could reference it, and people have been providing those kind of documentation online for free from their sources, from their companies. Your PDF includes every official URL from the original documentation. So anything that you're looking for Node.js, and all the official information related to Node.js is there. All the information for Python is in the python.pdf, and everything with Perl and everything for Ruby. So this is very, very useful. MyWebUniversity by the numbers, built by one person. That person is myself, Wahidullah. Wahidullah Lutfi is my name. I'm building the whole MyWebUniversity.com since 2000. In 2001, August 5th, was the first time that I named MyWebUniversity.com. I was working for HostPro in Wilshire, Los Angeles, and I was a kind of senior sysadmin, DBA mentor of the DBAs, and I was also doing consultation at the same time, but mostly system admin level programming and everything, because I was teaching at National University part-time computer science courses. I also was teaching MySQL and other ones to the DBAs, and then at HostPro, and I was doing a lot of Perl programming, a lot of shell scripting, a lot of CGI. Back then, we had about 125,000 domains with 4,000 servers, Unix Solaris, SGI IREX, Linux servers, Caldera, and there was Red Hat, and a lot of them. And then a lot of Windows machine, a lot of Linux machine, and then we were running a lot of domains, 125,000 domains. And then we were running our send mail servers, everything that you can name it. For the web hosting company, we were supporting it. So for every person that was working as an admin or a senior person, we were given a free website, a web hosting virtual machine that we could have on our own to build it and incorporate. That's when I started the name MyWebUniversity. I was hoping that someday I could build this as a university to teach computer science related courses. And then I worked for 36 years altogether in my life as a software engineer, database administrator, programmer for prestige companies. You can see here, I put 36 years for prestige companies. Some of those companies were started with Southern California Gas Company, which I was a software engineer, consultant, DBA kind of person, sysadmin, supporting multiple servers, and we built a lot of CAD/CAM application on the Linux Clipper, Unix Clipper version of Intergraph with IVAC and IRES for rasterization, vectorization, digitization of maps, 30,000 atlas sheet for 5 boroughs for Los Angeles County, Riverside County, San Bernardino County, and every other Inland Empire. All of them, we were just scanning it. I was writing the software to scan, to plot it, and then check for validated and send it to the server. All of them, so the clerk would just use my program to give a size, and everything was done by the program after that. Or they could be on Chatswood and want to plot a atlas sheet in Anaheim. They would just give the name of the plotter, the location, and the file name, and the size. And then if there's an earthquake in Anaheim, they want to shut off certain size of pipes, and they would go on the street, and then with the atlas sheet, and they know which area they should do the work. So all of that one was done at Southern California Gas Company. And then I just moved in to Optum Software as a software engineer. I was doing a lot of Oracle and sysadmin, Unix, and training and everything, coding, a lot of, one of the company that I supported actually was Brooks Brother, and that was using Move software for Optum. I had to write the CD for them, and I had to give the software to them and install them and at the warehouse and train people how to use it. So a lot of the companies similar. Xerox was one of our clients as well. At the time, there was a lot of them, and then we were working on Grangers and other projects. And then I also was teaching part-time at National University Computer Learning Center because it was in the same kind of area, and I needed some money to support my family and my college tuition. So I was working full-time at Optum Software, and I was teaching part-time at National University or Computer Learning Center. For 4 years, I did that one. Then later on, I taught courses at Cal State Fullerton, computer science courses like Oracle, MySQL, PL SQL, and this and that. And then at the same time, when I was doing full-time at Optum, and later on, I moved into a company called not HostPro, EN.com, Electronic Education Entertainment Network. That was like a lot of Java, a lot of Sun OS, a lot of Red Hat. We were doing a lot of web hosting. At the same time, the parent company was called Avnad Electronic, and I worked there for about a year and a half. Then I moved on to HostPro at Los Angeles. And then in HostPro Los Angeles, I was driving full-time at Wilshire, Los Angeles, and then teaching part-time in Costa Mesa, which was another 35 or 40 miles away from Los Angeles. So imagine how hard my life was, that I was attending sometimes my master's degree program or working 2 jobs, and then at the same time attending college for two courses. Sometimes I couldn't afford books and I just wanted to get to read the materials, maybe like in a small CD, and then like a tape, and then just while I was driving, I was listening to my own videos that I was listening, and that's how I succeeded in college. So a lot of the technical documentation that I was looking for, that I couldn't afford the books. I would go sit down in the library and then borrow the library books, multiple of them, in order to do this one. This all started back then with all my difficulties. At the same time, when I was teaching at Pasadena City College, one of the students needed some kind of help. He says, well, I cannot afford the book. I need basically to just get a PDF version. I had the USB, and I just gave him my USB with the PDF technical documentation. I felt sad for it. There are a lot of us like that. So if you're feeling like that, don't feel bad, because life is always maybe a struggle for us. And there are people that they're born with the silver spoon in their mouth, and they don't have to work like you. And they are always saying, oh, I'm so smart, I get an A plus. Yes, you do, but you don't work. You don't work 40 hours like every other student does, or 20 hours per week, and like everybody else. You have a car, and they don't. They take the train. They walk to the school, or they go to work with a bike or something, and you just can afford it. Don't just be cocky. If you're just can afford it, help them out in some ways. Let your book to be borrowed by your friend and classmates. And then, and instead of just being a little bit show off, sometimes have some empathy to understand others that are having difficulty. So that was my intention, to build this pre-documentation in order to just make that silver spoon at your fingertips. So you could just go on my website, everything is at your fingertips. You could just get hundreds of thousands of technical documentation without moving from your chair. You could use it on your cell phone, you could use it on your laptop, desktop, computer, and that is your friend's computer. Anything you have access to it, you can share, and by sharing, you care. So this free PDF technical documentation is all you need. Is that you don't need to buy books anymore. And I built it on my holidays, weekends, and everything else. And I continue to do that one because humanity matters to me. By inspiring you, someday you will inspire others. By sharing with you, someday you are going to share it and pass on the knowledge to somebody else that needs your help. So I built 2,600 videos so far, and I'm going to not stop there, because all my holidays and weekends, I need to serve humanity. So 2,600, 2,100 of them is on English, and 500 of them in Delhi for C. Unfortunately, poor people in Afghanistan, 7th graders, girls, breaks my heart. They cannot go to school because the government does not allow them to go to school after 6th or 7th grade. It is kind of really, really sad that a girl in this generation is not allowed to go to school because she's a girl. And then that's such a stupid mindset that does not allow a girl to go to school. And in a family that is 5 girls or 3 girls, or 2 girls or 1 girl, that the father is passed away or too old to work or injured or something, and then the mom is old or the mom cannot work, what are you going to do with that little girl's not getting the education? How you destroy somebody's life by making these stupid laws in the government and not allowing it. And then on this one, so basically, I have also manual pages for PDF online, about 5,494 plus. On Ubuntu is about maybe 6,900. On Red Hat is about 12,000. On Rocky is 11,000. And on 1 to 36 is about 8,440. All of these ones, I built it for you to just help you out. So if you work with the technology, this is for you. This is it. You are a student, you're a developer, you're a data science, you're a researcher, and believe it or not, I have something for you that will help you. So if you're a student, you cannot afford expensive textbook, this site and this web program is for you. I built it for you. Need the official reference and not a blog post. You can study anywhere, download the PDF for your offline use. And then also every language from Python to C to Java to Node.js to Go to Perl to Ruby, everything you can find it. And if you're a developer, obviously look up any flags or options in seconds. Sometimes you go to Google and then you search it. I'm gonna make a video how you could be precise on your Google search, because a lot of people they search for same kind of information 3 times before they actually look for the documentation in Google. But I'll show you how you can search like a professional developer, or like a pro that you could go to Amazon services, go to, for example, GitHub, maybe go to python.org, maybe MyWebUniversity, how you can search for these flags very fast and get it. And I will show you that one in another video that's coming next, so you will do that. You could also do multi-command line like this, Python, Node, npm at once. And then click embedded URLs on the straightforward. So when you do Ctrl+F, you could find everything there. And then works for C library function with -S3 section. For data scientists, if you're a data scientist, you want to learn the modules for Python like NumPy, Pandas, Scikit, Dashlam, Ecosystem Docs, all of them are available. And then if you're learning programming language and data science, you might be interested in Python, R, and Julia command references, and they're all available for you. All pip3 and pip commands in Anaconda and Conda packages documentation available. Official source URL for every library. So this is it for you. If you're a DevOps engineer, you can do system admin, crons, mount, file system checker, all of them. You can see them right on your fingertips, and right away you can see the flag that you need, what arguments you should pass if you're doing secure shell or SCOPY or secure FTP, OpenSSL, SSL, network, TLS, all of that commands. Docker, microservices, Kubernetes, Bash, scripting, cloud computing, bookmarks for your entire teams to use. These should be bookmarked, the website. And then if you're a sysadmin, obviously, I have made videos for you for junior, senior, and intermediate admins. Every Linux manual pages is searchable in PDF. By being knowledgeable about these manual pages, obviously you move from junior to intermediate, from intermediate to advanced, to guru, to advanced subject matter expert. Like myself, I know all of these ones in and out, so I could call myself subject matter expert for the past maybe 15, 20 years. And then because I have done 36 years with 2 degrees, professional degrees, computer science and Bachelor of Science, Master of Science at the same time, the teaching credential 8 years. So a lot of consultation, a lot of the knowledge that I have, including I mentioned to you that I work for Optum Software National University. Then later on, I moved on to other company, HostPro, and from HostPro, I moved on to NASA, working for Computer Science Corporation as an affiliate for 13 years and 4 months. And then for the last 10 years, I'm working as enterprise system analyst for full-time for Jet Propulsion Laboratory, NASA in Pasadena. And before that one, I was a senior principal software engineer or sysadmin for Computer Science Corporation. And that those kind of knowledge is just available for me to share it with you. I'm not proud that, who I am. I'm proud that I can share it with you. I'm very, very pleased that I have the honor to teach millions of other ones someday. All of those ones could pass on the knowledge to somebody else. Please, humanity matters. Inspiration of what I teach you, you will inspire somebody else someday. Then, and the manual pages for RHEL, Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9.2, Rocky Linux 9.2, that's also enterprise. Ubuntu long-term support, all the man pages is on my website. And then you have section 1 through section 9, and all supported one of them. Offline friendly, download and share, okay? And then also you have DALI and 4C for my fellow countrymen from Afghanistan. I was born in Kabul, Afghanistan, and I had the honor to learn both language. At that time in Dari and Habibi High School, I graduated from high school. Unfortunately, I had to leave during the Russian war. I had to flee because the Russian government was invading Afghanistan, and at that time we had no option but to just either join the military and support the Russian government or get killed by either side, and no matter what. So most of us, we left the country with a lot of difficulties, walked in for 7 days on the mountain. When I got in Pakistan, 2.5 years, my family suffered, everybody suffered till we got here. God bless my brother, the doctor, cardiologist, Dr. Haman Lutfi. In 2001, he went to heaven, but before that one, he was the sunshine of our lives. All my family was supported by him. He was a very, very prestigious cardiologist, noble person, and he helped us a lot of through all those difficulties. He sponsored us. We came to New York, and then later on, we moved to California. We moved with him to California, and then we lived together till 2021. And that's the story of my life. That's why I'm making all these things, because he inspired me, and then he did everything for me, and now I'm doing everything for the humanity. And I'm dedicating my book for him. Dedicated Dari YouTube channel. I have 500 videos, more than 500 videos at youtube.com at MyWebUniversity. Dari is the channel, and then same content as the native language in 4C Dari I speak, and then the channel name is at MyWebUniversity Dari. That's the channel handle. And first comprehensive computer science education in Dari that I'm providing you. Unfortunately, a lot of other peoples may do it, but not that to that extent that I'm doing it. 500 with all these other PDF technical documentation to back it up. And I hope there's hundreds of thousands of people will do that one to support for Afghan children, and there have been having in the past 64 years a hard time due to corrupt governments and warlords and terrorists and criminals all over the world, but not them. The struggle while earning his Bachelor of Science, that's me. While I was was the struggle. While I was earning my Bachelor of Science and Master of Science in Computer Science and working full-time, Wahidullah couldn't afford all the textbook. I couldn't afford it. He understood the pain of waiting to learn, but being blocked by cost. So all of this is written in terms of like cloth presentation that I made it. But when he says Wahidullah couldn't afford it, it is the third party talking about me. And the spark, what was the spark? As I told you, I was teaching Python programming language, C++ courses, and another course, Unix, Linux, Bash scripting. One of my students at Pasadena City College, he was taking the Python. When I was teaching how to create a virtual machine and install Python and other ones, he unfortunately didn't have a USB, and then he couldn't have the book. And then he told me that Wahid, I need some help. And I helped them to the level that I gave my USB book, USB and the PDF version. So he was able to succeed in the course. But a lot of us, we go through a hard time and we're kind of embarrassed to ask somebody else for help when we are still struggling. Some people drop off from school. But if you go to this website, even if you're at home and studying, this is all for free. So PDF and Python textbook, because you couldn't afford $80 price. That was the reason he did it. That moment reignited a mission. Maybe that moment told me, but I had everything when I started MyWebUniversity in 2000. I had that in mind when I had the humanity all along. And when I looked at that moment at that time, I knew that there's thousands of hundreds of thousands of other students in Africa and India and Afghanistan and Iran and Tajikistan and Uzbekistan and New York and Kuwait and Germany and every other country. They need free books, right? So I just built it to say that this is my moment that I could serve humanity. And so the solution was to write a Python script to convert the Linux manual pages, and the script would just run maybe for a few minutes to a few hours for generating more than 50,000 technical documentation on Rocky Linux, Red Hat, Ubuntu, PowerShell, Windows, and then I had to format it correctly, but maybe I wrote the Python program first for one operating system at a time. I wrote it. Then the header and all the information I had to change for different manual pages to give credit for different companies at the same time as my own company, as well as the free PDF. But the rest of the manual pages, all I had to do is format the text and then the name, the description, and the see also section correctly, and then generate them. And there's a lot of invisible character on those manual pages. Then you have to do a lot of graph and so on. All of that one I had to do to transcript it to PostScript, and from PostScript to PDF generation. And that's not hard, but it is not easy either. So the mission, by sharing, we all care. So by sharing, we all care. Someday, thousands of educators will share knowledge like a binary tree, rooting in every community worldwide. And then when I said this one to Claude at the time, I said, the reason I did this one was one of my students and everything. And then Claude, and just the machine learning part of it, and memorizes these things. Now, if you search what was the reason that Wahid wrote it, this is what Claude is going to tell you. And then here, Claude wrote, someday thousands of educators will share knowledge like a binary tree rooting in every community worldwide. Claude told me this is such a heartfelt person that would feel like this. And he wrote it that this is something that is rooted in your heart. And I knew that, when you do share knowledge, it's like a binary tree. He said that only computer scientists with good heart could say that rooting in every community worldwide, like a binary tree. And that is going to happen someday. I'm very, very happy to see that Claude also recognized that one. All your free resources. So MyWebUniversity.com CGI pen man2.cgi, it gives you to generate any manual pages and any programming language and PDF. It is free, no login, no cost, and no VMware, no Amazon Web Services, no containerization, no Docker, nothing. All you need is a browser, internet access, and the desire to learn, and I generate everything. So there's also MyWebUniversity all_PDF. This page I have put you on the nice format for about 50,000 Rocky, Linux, Red Hat, Ubuntu, everything available for you. And again, there's everything is free, no login, no cost. MyWebUniversity.com presentation, like this presentation, I'm also putting it for you on the description of this video, and also, and when you go to my Web University, like last time I teach you the course Introduction to Python Programming on Windows, and that is also on this presentation site or presentation page. That's also free, no login, no cost. This PDF is also on the presentation page. I'll show you that one also. So my Web University Red Hat 9.2, this is for Red Hat 9.2 manual pages, free, no login, no cost. My Web University Rocky 9.2 man PDF, no login, free, no cost. Ubuntu also no login, no cost. YouTube.com at my Web University is my English channel, and it's free, about with 21,000 currently videos, no login, no cost. YouTube.com at my Web University -DARI is for my DARI or 4C for people of Afghanistan, Iran, and Tajikistan, and any other country that Afghan and Persian spoken person or DARI spoken person live, they can access these videos. Free, no login, no cost. MyWebUniversity.com CGI and -bin man to PDF CGI. In this case, command is equal bash, born again shell. You could search it and you get free documentation, no cost, no. So Linux manual pages, let me see on this one. So on this one, basically Linux manual pages, this is the man to PDF that I told you. And then this one, all PDF is 50,000, and then all the presentation pages, mywebuniversity.com/presentations with S. So this one, all the presentation, including this one, will be accessible there. And it has a nice table. All of my presentation will be posted on this. So that's also in PDF. You can download that one also for free. MyWebUniversity.com Red Hat for this one, and Rocky for Rocky, and then this is for Ubuntu long-term support. This is the YouTube channel. This is the YouTube channel in English is about 2,100 videos, and then for C, the RHEL channel is 500 videos plus, and live PDF command generator. You can see here. I'm giving you an example. Start learning for free right now. What do you mean right now, Wahid? This is what I mean. No account needed, no credit card, no barriers, just knowledge. Knowledge is power. Knowledge shared is knowledge multiplied. Every knowledge that you share with somebody else is multiplied into the community. Knowledge shared is knowledge multiplied. Inshallah, by sharing, we all care. That's what I believe, okay? And get manual pages in PDF, and then you also have a browse 50,000 PDFs and 50,000 HTML on my site. Watch videos for free, whether you learn it from YouTube channel in English or YouTube channel in DARI. Bookmark my Web University CGI man to PDF right now. Please bookmark this one and join our both channels, whether the English or the 4C. It is at my Web University and at my Web University -DARI. Please join and then subscribe and make comments and do everything that you can to support the community and share your knowledge what you can. Download the documentation for my Web University presentation. Like and subscribe my Web University with 2,100 videos, and then also free IT and DevOps videos, and also hit the bell. New courses drop regularly. I make the videos usually when I'm off. Every other Friday I'm off, or some holidays I'm off, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year, vacations that I take sometimes. I make these videos on weekends usually, or off hours, maybe after 8 or 9 if I know that I don't have to wake up early in the morning. But usually if I wake up early in the morning, because I have to take the van pool at 5 o'clock in the morning, I fall asleep at 9, so I don't make videos at that time there, except the weekends when I'm off. Share this video with one students or developers who needs it. Pay it forward. Pay it forward is in everything that you do, whether it's education, food, or clothing, or something. When you help somebody with good karma, it's always coming back to you. It doesn't matter where we come from, what nationality we speak, what religion, and none of that matters. All matters is humanity, believing in God, trusting God, doing the right thing, and inshallah, everybody will shine in the community and succeed together. Comment below which commands a PDF or you're generating first and next time or on a daily basis, what you're learning. That is the topic that I showed you. Now I'm going to introduce you to the actual website because I was giving you this and then I was talking about it. Now I'm going to show you MyWebUniversity.com, which is a secure page. And you have this menu on the top. As you can see, the last video that I posted was this one, Python Introduction to Python. And a few 6 months or 8 months ago, IT and DevOps Masterclass I presented to you. All of these videos and other ones that are available. At the same time, you have technical documentations or reference everywhere that you can go, for example, for Linux static PDF. Some of them, when you click on it, like for example, look at this one, there's about 7,000 technical PDF documentation. Each one of them, you click like LDAP password, and you see the reason I gave, like for example, for Ubuntu, I gave the manual pages Ubuntu credit, the Python programming language, and free PDF, and MyWebUniversity that I'm hosting it. All of that one I give full credit to say that I did it. At the same time, the password command here is printed in PDF, and then all the copyright information or acknowledgement here is there for open source community. So if you're looking at this one and then you say, Wahid, this is great. Do you have something for Linux and Windows? Yes, PowerShell. This one is Linux, Windows, and PowerShell command and technical documentation. So this page, as you can see, all underscore PDF is about 50,000 technical documentation. You can learn it, for example, for Red Hat 9.2, you click here, you get about 12,000 technical documentation here. So each one of them that you click on, you will get the Red Hat manual pages, kind of credit for it, Python, and then free PDF University, and then the command that you get is all outputted here. So here, if you say, for example, let me get Ctrl+F and search for a command like PS3, you can also search them by the section PS3 for that one. And then at the same time, you can see here on the top, when you search it, I gave you section 1, section 2, section 3. So if you're looking for section 8 for mount and other ones, this is all in here. So you go to Ctrl+F and then search for mount command, and then you see that there's a few of them. So 2 of 36, and then mount.8, mount.2, and so on, you could do that one. If you just say mount.8, and then right here, umount.8 is there. So there's 2 of them. One is mount.8 and the other one is umount. Mount is mounting it and umount is unmounting. And then I told you that description, the mount command, the name, the description, the SYNOPSIS, everything is here, including the last bottom one is the see also section. The see also section somewhere here. So if you do Ctrl+F and then say see also, and then you can see that see also section, there's 2 of 33, and then you go to the bottom, there's see also to show you related commands right here. See also, mount, unmount, file system, fstab, NFS, XFS, all of them are there, right? So at the same time, if you say, Wahid, this is good, this is for Red Hat, what do you have for Ubuntu? So you come in on this page and then you click on Ubuntu manual pages. And then here's everything here. So the section, for example, on section 1, a lot of the commands are here. And then you say, give me Python on this one, Python. You search for Python, notice there's a number of them, right? So depending on what version of Python I'm interested, I could search for 2.7, older version, or Python 3.10, or Python 3.8, and so on. So let's go at Python 3.12 or 10. Yeah, you can see here, everything is there. And then I told you that the section has also the HTTPS, like these ones. Notice these ones, docs.python.org. It takes you to the website. So if you right click, because it's code reusability, you click on, now you're on the docs.python.org. And if you just want to go to the main page, you just go Python and go to 3 by default, because it's docs. You could also go like here to python.org without 3, and then you get to python.org. But you could also see on the PDF file, Ctrl+F and say python.org. And notice that python.org is listed here. You can get that one, and then what other, it's one of one. But notice here, I showed you this, yet on the MyWebUniversity, where I'm going to show you the man to PDF, that is chapter 12 of my book. So here you could also get PowerShell commands, about 7,000 technical documentation. And these are also for Google search. I'm also making them, and the metadata that is Google and everything is going to be searching it. So you do Ctrl+F, get dash process, then you get the get dash process in PDF, and you just read it. And notice that I give credit to Windows PowerShell credit for that. And then if you do on Windows, there's about 88 commands here. You can also, here, you could listen to the audio version of it. So if you just click on here, they start reading here.
Displays or changes file attributes. HP
So
plus
I'm gonna stop
CPU
here,
drive.
and then I'm gonna show you the MyWebUniversity. You can see all of these ones are available here. But at the same time, if you just go to mywebuniversity.com, I told you that you can watch the videos in English. There's about 2,100 videos on this channel right here. Under videos, you can see the last video that I posted was about 5 days ago. A lot of people have been watching it, and a lot of people like it. So just watch these ones and make some comments and share it with your loved ones. They're all better than college level courses, or better than boot camps. Some of them are 2 hours, some of them 4 hours. So if you go to most popular videos, and this is Red Hat Enterprise Linux, more than 25,000 people watched it. Yeah, it is not much, but my channel is growing. So once students know it, developers know it, and they share it, I hope you do that one to share it with other ones. Not that you are helping me to pay for these costs that I have been doing for so long here now. And then at the same time, you will just help other students that they need these free resources. And then some of them are available. And then you can see here, I have Solaris operating system, Advanced Linux, PDF, Rocky Linux, Ubuntu, and then Fedora tutorials, and Bash scripting, and Solaris operating system, Windows 95, PowerShell, and then everything you can name it is right here. Data extraction, Windows subsystem, and so on. So you can also go under the playlist and then just watch these videos. This is the 2,100 videos that I have on this channel. Unfortunately, I only have 3,280 some subscriber. That is not much for this many videos and this many contents that I have worked so hard. I hope that grows, and then you help your friends that they need this kind of technical documentation, and also help me that my channel grow with YouTube. But at the same time, it's up to you how you want to do it and how you want to help the community. I'm not begging you. It's all entire up to you. So the RHEL channel, the videos in the RHEL, I'm having this one, MyWebUniversity in the RHEL, and then basically there's a lot of videos here that I have that you can learn from them, and then education videos, computer science courses, MySQL database, and then data structures, Python, PowerShell, Windows tips and tricks, everything here. So if you go in MyWebUniversity, there's another page here that I have for you called The Direct Path to Linux Ubuntu. This is my online book with 15 chapters. This is, I wrote the entire Linux Ubuntu online for you to practice for free. For example, if you come in chapter 15, the Learn Linux Online, you could type in any Linux command that are valid command and get the output on your browser. For example, let's say, you know, pwd, print working directory, and it shows you that is there. If you say date, what is today, and it's dynamic. As soon as you type in today's date, you get that date. If you type in calendar, for example, you get the calendar. You say, show me the epoch calendar 1970, which is January of 1970, you get January of 1970. You say calendar minus a B5, show me the current month 5 months before that month. That's B5 means. So you type in this command, and then that is translating to, and say it is month of June, 5 months before that one was January. So you could say calendar minus A after 5 months after June, it is going to show you all the way to November. Because June and then 5 months after July, August, September, October. And if you say everything, show me 2026 calendar, you get the entire year. Sorry, cal 2026. Your command has to be a Linux command to be valid to get executed, right? And then at the same time, you say, what is 2027 falls the first day, what day it is that one. You can see it's a Friday next year, and New Year is Friday. Or if you know somebody's birthday, you could type in the month and date and then say this thing. At the same time, you could just also get manual pages like man pwd, and you will get the pwd. And then run the ls command, you could do that. Run the df-h command, do that. If you say rm minus rf slash root, then I say, no, you're not allowed to do this one. You could say touch slash temp, you want to attach a file, I'm not allowing you. You say add user, new user, I'm not allowing it. So add user, new user is not working, only root may add it, so it's telling you that you're not running it. But at the same time, if you say echo rm minus rf slash, and then you want to do some kind of SQL injection or OS command lines injection to write that one and then send it to this file called temp t.sh, and then semicolon, and then say bash minus x temp t.sh. You say, well, create that file, inside it, put rm minus rf, then execute it from the temp. Everybody could write it. No, you cannot do that. See this? This was your command, and I said, not allowed. You say rm minus rf slash da 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 da, whatever garbage you write, that information is parsed by my code. It says, no, you're not allowed to run that. So it doesn't matter what, it's not like hard coded to say 5 commands are not allowed and 100 other ones might be allowed. No, it's not that bad. It's smart enough to detect it. At the same time, on this mywebuniversity.com, I wrote the direct path to Linux Ubuntu. I told you that I dedicated my book to my beloved late brother, Dr. Haman Lutfi. This was my brother, Dr. Haman Lutfi, that changed my life when I came in. And you can see here that he was a 5-star doctor cardiologist. he's in best place in heaven. God loves him, and we all love him. And then, so I'm going to come back to my web university here. Let me just open another page here with my web university, and then you can see on chapter 2. When I did this one, I could show you, like, for example, you type in using the banner command, you could practice it. And like, for example, if you say banner peace be for all, now I just produce you that on a browser, peace for all. Imagine if you just right here, you just say hello plus word. So that is very easy to write it, command hello plus word. Hello. See why? Okay. The banner has to be there. I forgot the word, the command that I wanted to write. So now you say hello plus world, and that would just write that. So everything that you do here, it is allowed. There's also a command like a figlet, similar to hello, figlet, and then plus dash F font plus let's say bold, or we could say banner, just using that word. And figlet is bash not found. Okay, so figlet is not installed here. Clear screen, because I released that OS-release. Lately, I installed the 2604. So if I type in which figlet, it's not there, right? In order for me to prove you that this one, you could work it out, let me just do app install figlet. Now I'm installing it. And then when it's installed here, you say which figlet, now figlet is available. So if I say figlet dash font minus the font is, let's say, banner, and then say hello world, then tiger finger. Okay, figlet. The name figlet I wrote wrong. I meant here figlet. So if you just don't type, I type it bigger, figlet. That would just do that, right? Now, if I just come back on my website here and just refresh this screen, the figlet command was successful. Now it just did that one. See how I made Linux more kind of universal to practice it on browser. So here you could just say, and this, say hello and peace plus for plus all, and then exclamation mark. So everything that you type in, it will be passed on that figlet command, hello and peace for all. So this is very useful command line syntax. You can practice it online there. The same thing on chapter 2, I mentioned to you that on chapter 2, I did this one. There's a lot of other commands I did it for, like example, cat and other ones. So if you look at the cat command here, you could see the OS release version right here is giving you. And then you say, give me the, with line numbers, ATC OS release -n gave you the line number, 13 lines. And this is 2604, it reads it. So if I just come in on the server side and say cat -n ATC OS-release, the same file, cat ATC OS-release, it's going to say 13 lines and it's 2604 long-term support, 2604 long-term support, this. And then at the same time, if you type in, for example, command uname /-a to get all the system related information, uname algorithm, this and that. And then on the server side, you could just do the same thing, uname -a, uname -a, and then you see that it's there. So the laugh out loud cat is not there. I could say apt install laugh out loud cat. Laugh out loud cat, and yeah, go ahead and install it. Now I say which laugh out loud cat, and then I could just up arrow this one and run it. Now it's every time I run it a different color. But this is like this argument, and I could say, go ahead, run this command with this kind of color information. You can see here, right? And then at the same time here, you could just run these commands. Like if I say, give me the df-h command, df plus -h, and then you could see that command. If I want to see ps3, and you'll see that ps3 plus, the ps3 is actually, I'm not allowing it, but you could do pwd or something else. So let me just go back to this page. And I told you that on this book, I have also chapter 3 to teach you intermediate level. So on all of these commands, you can see the what is section, the man section, and the manual pages for it. For example, df command I showed you here, you can click on it and you say, what does df-h do? And here's the output on your browser. But at the same time, if you just come back here, say, can I get the manual pages in HTML format? Yes, you can. Right here is your section in HTML. And if you type in here, pwd, give me the command on HTML there, or you could type in ps3. Each one of them, you could get that version for it there. There's always a see also section at the bottom that you can practice it and learn it. But notice here, if you just go on the PDF version, then I generate you the PDF file for it on the fly. So like df command, we just pass on that one. Automatically, I generated the PDF version on this one as a PDF file. And this is my website for man to PDF on chapter 12. So when you go on chapter 12, you can also say, for example, show me section 1 of manual pages on printf statement, and you'll see this one is man section 1 on the PDF format. So when you click on this one, I generate you the section 1 of them. But at the same time, if you just say, give me section 3 of them, notice here, minus S3 printf, I just print you section 3 of that one. And that will just give you section 3 of manual pages. Similarly, if you'd say, and instead of section 3, I could just say, show me section 8 of mount command. You could do that one, and then I just generate you the mount.8, and you will see section 8. If you're saying, go ahead, show me section 2 of the man pages for mount command, that is section 2, and then I generate you mount.2 on the fly, and you get this one. At the same time, if you say, I want to just learn as much possible in one command with multi-line, right? So like, for example, you say, show me Python, and then also space it with Java, space it with Node, and space it with NPX, NPM, and then maybe Ruby, and maybe MySQL, maybe more. You can do anything, pwd itself. So a lot of these commands, now I just generate you there. And notice here, you provided this arguments, and I just said, okay, I'm going to give you Python, Java, Node, and everything. Every command that you requested, I generated one command, and for that one to open the PDF file on my browser, and also for you to download it if you want to download it. So if I just click on this one, it opens the Python.pdf here. And notice that on the see also section, I told you, if you do Ctrl+F here and search for HTTPS, code reusability of object-oriented programming, I'm making these PDF file documentation available for you on the fly. 2 of 6 of these ones, they're all there. pyp.org, python.org downloads, and this and that. So if you look at, for example, let's go to pyp.org this time, it's gonna go there. You look for what about NumPy module, install it, or pandas or other ones, you could just get all the information about NumPy. So technical documentation, if you say pandas, and then you get the pandas module. And each one of them you click on, the description and every details are there, okay? So a lot of the technical documentation, if you're saying that, what about request module? And right there, click on request and then there. If you say, give me, let's say, give me a NumPy. I showed you already NumPy, but this time I'm gonna go to NumPy. And NumPy, and then notice here the NumPy modules. I have already made 6 or 7 videos on NumPy, and you can see if you're wanting to test a -C for command, import NumPy and sys module, and then sys.exec NumPy.test is false. So all of that. At the same time, if you just say, well, is NumPy available here? You say which Python 3 and Python 3 dash version is there, which pep 3 is there, pep 3 dash version. So I could say pep 3 dash list. It will show you the I'm sorry, dash list. Dash list will give you pep 3 dash list. List is the command, not dash list. Pep 3 list will show you that one. So if you say, am I having egrep minus I NumPy, pandas, and then requests, and then so on. Every one of them that you search for, those other modules are not there, but request is there. So I could say pep install NumPy. This will install NumPy. And then notice here it says that when you want to do this one, you have to do apt install Python 3-NumPy. And then that will install a NumPy module. And then this time when I do a pip3 command, it will find that now it's done. Notice that this pip3 grep, NumPy and request are going to show this time, but panda is not there. So if I say pip install pandas, it might still say, Wahid, you go ahead use this syntax, Python 3-XYZ for apt install and Python 3-pandas. That will install it. And then you say, yeah, go ahead and install all that modules. So when I tell you to learn this documentation, for example, I'm going to show you a little bit of Python, and Node, and so on, just to understand how these videos are going to help you so much of technical documentation. So like you go here on the website and you say, okay, let me just see, for example, this documentation took me to python.org, but this one was for Python. Let's see, for Java, you could see the Java technical documentation, Ctrl+F here, HTTPS. Let me just Ctrl+F here, HTTPS, and then you can see here, HTTP openjdk.org, and you're the JDK version of it. There's a lot of technical documentation under Sun Microsystem, Oracle, and every other companies that they are there. Similarly for NPX, for OpenNPX, and here technical documentation for Node.js and other ones, you have everything there. And then here is there. So some of them are very useful. For example, let's say here I did this one. Now I'm going to say, is pandas there? Yeah. So all of them are there. So if I just say go to Python. I don't have to be as rude, but I'm just going to show you, it doesn't matter. So there of this one now, and none of those modules are loaded. So I could say import numpy as np, and then now I do the dir, and notice that numpy is here. So I could say dir of np, and then I get numpy. All the modules, methods, and attributes are available for me to do numpy stuff. But at the same time, if I say dir here, OS is not loaded, so I say import OS and then say os.system, and then I'm going to run that command clear so I could get on the top of the screen and run my command. Here I could run any OS command, say os-release, and it will give me that line number that I was showing you earlier. If I want to say give me the ID -un, ID username, it is going to say that it's user. If I say run the get and password, and then for Wahid, then it's going to tell me that user ID, group ID is. Similarly, if I say run this one for root, I could do that one. And then you could have different syntax for different purpose. But now I'm inside Python, I could say dir, and you can see here numpy is loaded and OS is loaded, but not pandas. So if I say import pandas as p, then pandas, I wrote it wrong. So let me clear the screen right here. Import pandas as p. Now dir of p, you can see all the attributed modules and double underscore dunder method, we call it, or magic method, are available. So if I say help p for pandas, you can see the entire pandas modules, definition and modules, functions, attributes, everything is there. So you can practice them there. Similarly for help numpy is there. And then similarly, if I say, okay, let's just quit out of this one and say os.system, clear the screen here, and then import a request. And I don't import it as anything. I say dir of request. Here's there. So at this time, I say R is result is equal requests dot get, and then I put the URL https and www.mywebuniversity.com. So this is my website. Now, if I say R, it's going to say 200 means it was successful. R.OK will just say that is true. R.URL will give me the URL content and say what is the URL. R.text will actually give me my website stuff. R dot let's say content will give me a bytecode. So you can see os.system and then do a clear here. But if I do a dir of R for result and type of R, you can see R is a request module. You can see a class and request.module.response. And if I see the content of the R, for example, R.status code, it's okay, right? It's 200. And if say R.json, you could get the JSON type. And then R.json is giving you bound method response JSON or response 200. So R.header, I think there's a somewhere here headers. You can see the entire content coming as a key pair value as a dictionary, right? So you can do that one also for K, V, and R.headers, and then print K, comma, V. for K and R dot, let me see. And the one that is a date and Sunday this, and then yeah, it is a dictionary. So for K, V, and R dot, let's say too many values are unpacked. Oh, because I have to unpack it first. And so last items this. The R dot headers dot item. Yeah, that's the items R dot headers dot keys. Yeah, these are the keys. And R dot headers dot values. Yeah, those are the values. So for each one of them, I could map it and just do it. But let me just go back with the video. I don't want to teach so much on Python at this time. And these are just a little bit examples that I should have done. I need to do other ones, NPX, NPM. So let's do one example of NPM. And then, so if I say which node, you can see node is installed here. If I say node and come here and says, and this is the version, and I could say, okay, on this one, what do I'm going to practice? Say console.log, and I say hello from node.js. And then you just do that one, and it just says that one. If you say exit out and say node minus E, and then right here, console.log, and then write the message hello from node, we could do that too. And then just we'll do that. But if you say node, get in here and say os.cpus, you could get all the CPU information. os.user info, that's all the user information here. And so on. os.type will give you the type. But it's a function, so os.type, and you have to write as a function. os. Maybe platform is Linux, another one. So if you just say, okay, OS, and then press tab, all of the commands are available here for you. So is there a platform? Yeah, os.platform, and then it will tell you platform is POSIX, most likely. Linux POSIX. So I'm going to exit out of this one and clear here, and then you could do other ones as well. But NPM and NPX is also here, so I could say, now let me just exit out of here and exit out of this one. I'm going to say clear screen here, and I have wlutfi. I'm going to say sudo npm install fireworks. And then I'm going to put the password to this. Now I just added one package. So ls-ltr, notice this node modules are installed there. Node_modules, I just did it on the June 7. You can see if I run fireworks here, that modules is here, and then I could say, go ahead, npx, npx run fireworks. And you can see that fireworks runs. So it is -1 by default, it's infinite, and this one is 20 duration, and you get that information running. At the same time, you could say Control+C out of this one, and then once you Control+C out of it, which is right now continuously running, that means it's going to stop after 20 duration. By default, if you don't do it, it's going to run. Right now, I stopped it. So notice here, I did the fireworks here. I'm going to, in the color change because of the fireworks colors. So this kind of sprayed on my terminal. So let's say, instead of this fireworks, I could say use the fireworks package with fireplace. Notice that is a nice fireplace here. So a lot of these codes that you're getting the manual pages for NPM and NPX, and here we're just practicing it here. Read it and then come to your computer and then practice it. Similarly for this one, Ruby. Ruby is a PDF for Ruby language. Very nice object-oriented programming language on the web. You need those ones. And notice here, the ruby.lang.org is there, Ruby toolbox is there. So if I go to the toolbox, control toolbox, and here's the Ruby toolbox. A lot of nice graphic stuff that is available. If you just say, well, that is good. How about the Ruby itself? Are they also having it? Yes, it does. And notice here, Ruby, ruby.lang, -lang, and it is there. It just basically help you out. If you're developers and you're not subscribing to my channel, you're missing big time. And then a lot of the other people, and they will learn it as if there's so much subject matter expert and AI stuff available for you at your fingertips. So for example, what I mean by that one, let's say you're looking for the man to PDF CGI script and CGI-bin. You should kind of bookmark this one, man to PDF. This is Linux command, so I could say, go ahead on chapter 12, and this time I'm going to look for Java, GCC, and then Perl, and then what else we could look for? Calendar plus awk plus MySQL. And then I didn't type in Go, and I could search for Go language also, go-build, and then so on. Look at that. All of them are in PDF. So I'm going to show you, like for example, for Perl.doc, you just read it and then go Ctrl+F, search for HTTPS. Now you're going to Perl.org, and then here you just learn the entire CPAN, right? Comprehension Perl archiving network. So you could do that one, or you could just say, well, the one that I was interested, maybe I could go to this site and then just read MySQL in here. So Ctrl+F here, search for MySQL, and then this was your command, and I produce you the MySQL PDF file, and then you just click on the MySQL.pdf. And if you click on download, obviously, this one will be downloaded to your local machine. You click on it and just read it offline. You don't have to be on the internet to do that. If you just do this one, it's all available for you online here. And then at the same time, this one, like I did Ctrl+F GCC, this GCC, notice here, the one that I produce you here is clickable everywhere that you find it. So now this one is about 431 pages. So the entire C collection compiler and G++, everything is available. All these void function, bad, and all the integer definition, if statement, while statement, for statement, everything, compilation flag, everything is available for you. And then let's just look for something with related to Go language, right? So if I'm looking for command is equal go-build plus go-run plus go-install and plus format, that's good enough for 4 or 5 of them. Now I'm going to show you how to get the PDF file for them. And here I search for Python. These were my queries: go build, go run, go install, and format. And right here is the PDF for them. Go build, go run, go install, and format. Format is the input-output streaming, similar to standard I/O on C or I/O stream on C++. Format is used by like a library for printing input-output. stream, the print line, and then other ones are there. The garbage collectors, everything is just on Go language is defined. Very, very powerful programming language. At the same time, if you say, well, what about some PDF documentation that is HTTPS, with it, go to this one, go-build to build the system. You have a lot of the C also section. So you could say Ctrl+F HTTPS. And now notice golang.org is one documentation, one of one. So we just go in here, Ctrl+F. Maybe you could, you don't have to go to all the way to reference or module. Go to the main page and Ctrl+F and say, just open that one as a lookup. Let me just move this one out of the way and go to this website, and then that takes you to Go language. And then why Go? Case studies, use cases, this documentation, user manuals, effective release, specification, standard libraries. Each one of them you click on, you will get thousands of other things to learn from. And go to the documentation, user manuals, and there. At the same time, if you just say, Wahid, I want to learn the shells, how do I use your code? So right here, instead of writing for this one, say Bourne shell, corn shell, and then bash, and then C shell, through C shell, and then ZSH, and SSH, secure shell, and secure FTP. Secure FTP, secure file transfer protocol. So let's say you're learning on all of that one, NS copy. Look how many of them I just produced you. And then my code is going to generate you that fast, that many PDF files. So OpenSH is Bourne shell. You learn bash, which is dash in this case. And so the here, the one that I have is corn shell. If I didn't have corn shell, I would have to install it. But I do have done take care of it. MySQL and Ruby, this is a previous one. So let me just close some of these ones. It is a little bit too many of them I opened. It's going to be easier for you to concentrate on one window versus too many. So this one is the last one that we search for shells. Bourne shell, corn shell, bash, C shell, C shell, ZSH, SH, secure FTP. And then notice that if you're looking for bash, born again shell, this is a PDF about 97 pages long. And then if you do Ctrl+F here, or HTTPS, this one may not have anything. But yet ZSH, which is kind of like the superset of all shells, is there. True C shell is the superset of C shell. And C shell is also C-like syntax shell. So I'm showing you the ZSH. On ZSH, notice here is 5 pages, but if you do Ctrl+C and Ctrl+F and HTTPS, then you could see that there's a lot of the ZSH.org publication and documentation. So these are Targanza file you can download, but you can go also to the main page. And right here is for English United States. You can just click on the United States of America, click on the manual pages under documentation. You can see the HTML version or the PDF version. Each one of them you click on, you will get the definition of it there. So if you click on the PDF version, notice 553 pages. Each one of them is very nice formatted and everything. So you don't need book. Please subscribe, and please share it with your friends and loved ones. You all will love it, and you don't have to go to libraries and sit down hours. You could learn it from anywhere you enjoy it. Go to a park and use your desktop, laptop, cell phone, and start learning, and share it with your friends. So I made all these things so universal that you could just be sitting and looking for anything you want. And then just on MyWebUniversity, and going to the direct path to Linux Ubuntu, and only clicking on, let's say, chapter 12. That page is available for you to do anything. Later on, you might see some Google ads that I'm trying to get some Google ads, because a lot of these things I have been providing for free. Unfortunately, for years, I have been doing it. People are not familiar with it or not using it. So I need to be able to afford the cost to maintain these systems. The internet is expensive, the website is expensive, the building the website, everything is from scratch, and doing all the work. I have to be able to do it. So please share it with your friends, loved ones, and just enjoy. The thing is, here on chapter 3, I showed you on chapter 12, but I'm going to also show you something on chapter 4. So chapter 4 is a little bit advanced commands. You are going to learn things that are not easy to practice and do it. You could do all of this. For example, for advanced debugger, you could see that a lot of commands are here. I'm showing you like a book. So the one that for user add, user group, all of these ones are having their own entries. User add, group add, user mode, group mode, and so on. But then I'll also have the PDF documentation for all of them. You can see user add and group del. For user del, for example, you could click on it, and then this is the PDF version of user del. You can see here. A lot of these things are very useful. Group mode, just click on it, you get the PDF version. But at the same time, if you're here, you could just say user add password, groups, ID, and then user del, user mode. So let me just say for users, you want to learn those PDF file, I just generate you. The entire Linux is at your fingertips. Another website that I just recently registered, so if you go to linuxonbrowser.com, that's also my website. I registered that one to redirect to my website, because when I say that I'm teaching you online Linux on a browser, you could come in and the direct path to Linux Ubuntu and practice these online. If you're practicing shell scripting, go to chapter 5. I have all the shell scripting. You can read the syntax of the script, you can run them, and then you get the exit code status for them. This is all demo stuff that's easy for you to practice and learn it. 10 is equal to 10, yes, it is equal. So here's the script that compares it. And then this is on Bourne shell. If it is on C shell, for example, this is on C shell, the for each statement. You can also cut and paste from here, and then all the way here, look to the C shell. This is the shebang is telling you that run this C shell syntax. So if you copy this line and then copy here and then just open this terminal and then Control C out of this one and say CD here, clear screen, CD to temp. Now I'm going to just say make a dir test, CD to test. Now I say then test1.sh. And then I just run this one and save it, and then set. Let me just do the color scheme a little bit different, because blue and black does not look good. So color scheme is wrong. And now we just change it to green. So now you can see this is like a C shell script that runs this one. So I'm going to say WQ, save it, cat -n test1.sh. That is the text. And then if I say laugh out loud cat and show me in colors, you can do it. But at the same time, if I say PS, and now I know that I'm on bash shell script. But if I run this one as C shell, I could say C shell minus X, and then the name of the file was test1.sh. It will run it, but it just did not execute it. So I'm going to say PS here, and then open a C shell here. Now I'm on C shell. PS, and now you see echo dollar sign is pointing to the seashell process ID. So if I say ls minus l test .sh, it doesn't matter the extension. So if I say seashell minus x test one.sh, it's not doing anything because change mode test one.sh, change mode, sorry, 755 test one.sh. Now the file is executable. So I go, it is executable. Let's run it test one.sh, and it is not doing anything. Why? Cat test one.sh. So notice they're all commented. That's why it was not doing it. When I cut and paste it, the code is not having it. So in order for me to modify this one, I could say vim test one.sh, and then I could say color scheme is wrong. So now taking this line, let me put line number, set in U. Now I have line 3 to line 20. So I say 3 comma 20, substitute control back, I mean that's encore. Encore, the first character is stored with pound, get rid of it, and globally. And now it didn't do it, not an editorial. So it did not do that one. Let me just see why. 1 comma, I mean, the first one is okay, 3 comma, dollar sign, 3 comma, dollar sign, substitute, and I'm gonna say backtick, pound to nothing, empty, and that should have done, yeah, I did it. This time, whatever was there, the reason I missed it, the first time to WQ, now I say dot slash test one, test one.sh is gonna run. Badly placed, PS is there, so vim test one dot, oh, I'm not on the test one directly. Let me see, yeah. Bash minus x test one.sh. Bash is not gonna run it because that is a shell, a C shell. So C shell minus x test one.sh, and that was saying badly placed. So let's see, vim test one.sh, and color scheme run, and I'm gonna say environment this oh, the purpose, that is why this one should have been commented. These other ones for each statements are not syntax. Okay, so the first one on the purpose, this is like the documentation part. It should have been commented, that's why. So now we run test one.sh, it's gonna execute. And if I say C shell minus x test one.sh, it also execute. But minus x, it says run every command and show me the line, and then at the same time execute that command. So if I just say cat minus n test one.sh, I could name it move test one.sh to have a better name, test one.c shell, because that's a C shell. I could say test one.c shell, and that will run the command and everything that I'm supposed to do, it does. At the same time, you could write a bash script. So if I exit out of here and then I say PS and I say then hello.sh or the bash, doesn't matter what you name it. You say thanks question mark. So let me just go color scheme and run. I could also put this one on vim RC and then put my color, automatically will do that one. But now I have pound ben slash user ben env, and then say bash, and then say for num, and let's do the range of or sequence of backtick sequence of 10 numbers, and then do and say echo, and then you say dollar sign num space and then colon. I'm gonna try it like this, brace, none, and then write that next to it, the same space, hello, a word, hello, welcome to at my web university. So you could say this one and then also say echo also welcome to my webuniversity.com, my website, and echo welcome to my Dari channel at my web university dash Dari. And then you could say whatever you want, Nicole. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and share with your loved ones. So whatever you write here, this should be printed and there, and now say done. So this message is gonna say, the first one, hello, welcome, it would say 1 through 9, and then it start with sequence from 0 to 10. So if I just say change mode 755 hello bash, before doing that one, the program would not be executable. Now it is executable. So I could write this one, and will just write those messages there. And then you could also pass it on with the laugh out loud cut and then different colors. But this is very kind of like gibberish kind of information. So what you could do is say them hello. The message is too many of them. You could put some echo in between to just make it a little bit more cleaner in terms of not writing it in one line. So you could do that one, and then the last line, put a couple of them. So now it is going to be a little bit separated. So say hello dot bash, and then you could get that information. So the nice thing about this one, you could edit it and just run it as you wish to. But it is started like on the sequence from 1 all the way to the end, which was a sequence of 9 and 10. So the sequence is there. So if you do the sequence command itself, it starts from 1 to 10. And if you just say, do it differently, yeah, you could do that different. And same thing with Python. So if I say Python minus C and say for item in range of 11 numbers, so it starts from 1 to 11 to 10, and 11 not included, and say print and then item F, and then a string, F a string, and then here you put item, and then colon, and then hello, and then close it, and function, and then undo this one. Notice this one, and the one of them has to be single quote, because if I'm using double quote inside of the print statement, the first is has to be started with single quote, and that would do it. And then if I just want laugh out loud cut kind of colors, you could do that. Every time you run, you get a different sequence of it. And if you say, give me a frequency of maybe 0.001 dash frequency, maybe dash frequency. Let me see which laugh out loud cut. So if you forgot it, man laugh out loud cut will man laugh out loud cut will give you the information here, and the option is dash frequency or dash F. Dash F is for forcing, dash frequency or something is there. You could also say laugh out loud cat dash help. This one you could see dash F uppercase. and dash dash frequency is going to be lowercase. So if I say this command with and instead of dash frequency, you put dash dash frequency like that, 0.001, and then you could get it in colors there. So and then if instead of just hello, you say thank you for watching. I could do that. And you say fig show fig fonts. This is another useful command that shows you all the fonts that are there. So if I make this screen bigger and I want to just show you the show fig fonts, notice this one is there. I could just also do this one with laugh out loud cat and then have it this. But all the fonts are there. So if I say show fig font and then say grep minus I and then only get the fonts, now I got all the fonts here that's there. So if I say great, I got the fonts, what could I write with that font? I could say, well, let's do this. While read fonts and then say do, and then here you could say figlet dash f $sign fonts, whatever is the name of font. I should have used singular, it doesn't matter, it's a variable. So fonts, and then you say here and say thank you. No, I'm gonna say peace for all. For all. Okay, so you could say peace for all, and then that would show and dash font, and then that's the message, and then say done. And notice here we did all of that. And at the same time, now if I say this and say laugh out loud cat and then do this one, all kind of colors. If I wanted at different frequencies, always to show some green kind of things, and then I could say dash frequency and then 0.001, and now you have all of them green. So God bless you all. Take care. Please make sure you subscribe to our channel, like our channel, and enjoy it. And then get these PDF files if you're not being online. But if you're online, just click on it, and then like it's copy. You just get it and then read it, and then understand the manual pages, and then any URL that will reference it. It's also kind of taking you to the internet to read further. Okay, take care. Bye bye. Have a good one. Don't forget to subscribe and share it with other ones. By sharing, you care. Bye.